Welcome, everybody. So happy to see you here at the Misadventurous League. My name is Laura Verena Stein. I'm also known as the Bard with many names. And with me are our wonderful, wonderful players for this beautiful Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Maybe not quite the right word. Fae Incorporated. So, who would like to tell us something about them?
I'll start because I got easy. So, hi, I'm Evie Story, she, her. And I'm playing Celeste, also she, her. And I have a kitty cat. This is named Vitali. He's a cute little baby. He will possibly be meowing. I apologize unless, you like it, in which case you're welcome. And he may very well jump in and out of frame a few times.
I'll go next. Hi, I'm Julie. You can find me most places on the internet at Oh Look It's Julie. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Andromeda or Andy, whose pronouns are she, they.
Well, howdy, hey, I guess I'll go. I'm Irvi, they, them. You can find me across the internet at Caesar Slod, or just type in Irvi Fits, and I'm sure I'll appear. I will be playing Mousy, she, her.
I will finish us off. I am Emma, she, her. You can find me playing and running games, various TTRPGs in places like Girls Run These Worlds and Nerd with Dice and here. And I will be playing Ariel, he, they.
Wonderful. Not with us today because she's actually working at the real life theater is Lisa, who's gonna be playing Eve, in both cases, she, her. So, my dear wonderful players, are you ready to start?
Let's rock and roll.
Then I want you to invite into the world between the cold lights of neon, between the cold glass labyrinths of the skyscrapers, of the days of maybe tomorrow, maybe yesterday, we don't know. And beneath the glow, the pulse of something older thrums through the street. This isn't just any metropolis, although it might feel like it. It's a world where the hum of fax machine blends with the whisper of ancient magic. And every building teeming with power brokers who wield charm, manipulation, illusion with the precision of a blade. Because these are not just mere mortals, no. We are Fae. And we know how this fucking world runs. So, and as far as I know, you are also part of this illustrious, ambition-driven world. Remind me again, what are you? Interns? Yeah. Let's just
Unpaid.
say
Unpaid. Very unpaid.
I mean, they're gonna pay you. Maybe.
In exposure and experience.
Exactly.
Right?
That's the spirit. So, this is a wonderful world of looks of the high and mighty, the beautiful and the rich, and you are way down at the bottom. Let's start with Emma. Emma, the alarm clock goes. Tell us what happens with your character and who is waking up right now.
The alarm clock goes off with no alarm clock chime is pleasant. I think whatever music or cue you choose to use for alarm clock becomes unpleasant by virtue of it waking you up. But as alarm clock chimes go, this is a really beautiful little melodic sting of like piano music with a guitar strum. And instead of normally hitting the button to go back to sleep like he would be, Ariel has already been lying in bed awake like on his phone for about 15 minutes and rolls out of bed and starts getting ready for the day in probably like a very small and cramped space, but with a surprising amount of ease and efficiency. Ariel, he, they is a sea elf, has long green hair going absolutely everywhere, that it maybe a few more minutes than necessary go into making it look really purposefully messy and cool and tousled. I just woke up like this style. And he pulls on his best approximation of casual and cool, which is they're wearing probably just a very nice t-shirt and jeans and a lot of delicate pieces of jewelry. And the last thing that goes on before they flee out the door, essentially, very eager to get going, is a little red gem that's sparkling and twinkling on a choker around their neck.
I mean, you have been on your phone before. The Slack you work as your firm is already like binging, 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 has been since around 5 a.m. because, again, somebody has been doing anything and everything is a mess. Tell me, where's Ariel heading at this wonderful morning?
Ariel is heading, I think, to essentially a little office / kind of green screen space in a basement somewhere that Pixie Dust Social rents or has charge of. And currently he is the person in charge of doing a lot of camera and computer work to set up little videos that people are filming all around the building. And so they're going down into the subway system, essentially, to go work in this space that is very no windows, no windows, no connection to the outside world. Before they descend, they do look up at sort of any larger like skyscrapers or buildings that do have all of that windows and light, very enviously.
I mean, you may not have a window, but you have a beautiful poster of a cat on a branch saying, "Hang in there," and everything else around you is very, very much stopped up. Like, you might have a chair, but you also have like these big balls you can also sit on. Like, they're good for posture. There is no food in the fridge, but drinks. You can totally take as much as you want, but not too much or else. There is, of course, a ping pong table and a kicker. So we know where we are. Still, the people around you, like, they're sitting in their tiny booths, protected by enchanted glass, so they can have the video calls and nobody else can hear them. They're all very happy to be here. No, really, they're so fucking happy to be here. You look at them and you see the same exhaustion and sleep deprivement in their eyes that you feel yourself. Yeah, you're down there, you're starting up, you're like looking at the latest trends. I mean, Ariel knows them, right? All the latest trends.
They're essentially, they have Mage Hand up so that they can scroll through things that are happening on their phone, sort of up next to the computer, while also working on different monitors, as it were.
Yeah, totally. I mean, everybody knows the latest dance. Everybody does. And maybe it would be an idea for your thing, but like maybe on the other hand, not, because it might be too basic. And you're just setting up all the, like, you're doing the dirty work. It's not the creative digital work with like, oh, I'm gonna take these colors, but it's more like, yeah, just put in the raster and we know where everything goes, and just put the lines in, and yeah, maybe you can take our logo and put it on this like head of the paper, and we're gonna fill it with text. Like, but like, it's an important job, right? It's not as if these tasks are just may have done by an AI. Totally not at all. But it's so important you're here, and you're just part of the family. Like, that's written above your door. You're part of the family. And on one hand, it's really enchanting and makes you happy, and on the other hand, it's kind of a threat. but like in a good way that makes you work.
Just a really, really kind, benevolent, well-meaning, slightly ominous feeling of somebody just over the shoulder.
Totally. And if you have problems, you can always go to everybody. But don't have problems. Great. Well, you're hanging on the computer and trying to make the green screen work. Let's go with Jilly. Jilly, what's your character doing in the morning?
I think you get like the same alarm, but instead of the previous vision, you see like a pair of wings like folded over the side of a bed, and Andromeda is just like partially on the bed, partially off, with wings akimbo, just unconscious and drooling. And you see on the bed that there are several books that have been left spines cracked upside down. And a bunch, I know, right? I didn't realize until adulthood that this was something that bothered people, because I did that all the time. But there are several books all over the bed, to the point where probably that's why she's off the bed, because there just isn't any space for her. And eventually, in the like reaching, she has to hover a little to kind of splat the alarm clock, and that kind of does wake her up, in a manner of speaking. Then you see she's in a very like delicate like silk pajama set, which she changes into kind of a very I'm not going to say traditional fairy outfit, but it does look a little bit like she could be frolicking through a field, but like plus blazer, to make it, business. And here's the thing, like, we had a conversation about 2 different places that she could work, and I don't know the answer because there wasn't information for one of them. But she either works for let me check my list. Sorry, I want to make sure I get the
You
name
can
right.
totally choose if you want to work at Sealing Court Incorporated, or if you want to work at Dracula Endurances.
I think it would be funnier if she works in health insurance.
Yeah, okay.
But I think she probably maybe she had a brief stint at the Sealy Court before she changed careers. Like she had like a brief internship, like a summer internship or something like that. And so I like to imagine that the Dracul healthcare is like maybe not entirely in contrast. I don't know. Like, I'm of 2 minds, because the way that heaven is presented in Good Omens is very like sterile and white, and like there's that, but there's also gothicness. So whatever I think the vibe, she is very colorful and like essentially hover floating in, and she is. I am a small creature, so when they kind of fly in, I think Andromeda, is floating slightly off the ground so that they're eye level with the other creatures that are around.
Yeah, so nobody steps on her. Happens before.
Yeah. It probably has happened before, but also it's just, people don't know where to look, and it's very difficult to get an eye line. So I think they just kind of have realized that it's easier this way. And their wings are like a gossamer green color that is a little iridescent, but they're moving so fast when they fly that it just kind of blurs. It's like a dragonfly's wings, they blur so much that it kind of becomes a muddle of like watercolor, and that's the way I see their wings. And they are carrying several beverages that they picked up on the way. They had to do the coffee run, or tea run, or Fae Nectar run. I don't know what the vibe is for the bosses. But the cups are, to be clear, much bigger in relation to Andy than they are in relation to a medium-sized creature. So there's Mage Hand kind of helping. Just
You know what? First roll of the campaign. I want a strength check from you.
oh, great. Yeah, that is my strong suit. Yes. Yes, I am very strong.
I mean, you are doing the coffee run.
Oh, that's not good. That's a 4.
I mean,
I
you
have a
get
negative
up to the
strength
stairs, and then somebody like is not looking and like brushes you with their shoulder, and everything goes everywhere. And since you're working at Dracul Insurances right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure you know what's in those cups. I'm pretty sure you know it's not your coffee, sweetheart. You just made the staircase look like a fucking murder scene.
I think that's there's just a very deep sigh. Just like a never-ending existential sigh.
Yeah. So while you're cleaning that up, Evie, what's going on with your character?
So in contrast to this idea that alarms are only evil, Celeste has an alarm clock that checks her circadian rhythm activity so that it gently begins to make a beautiful little trilling song that gets a little bit louder and louder to gently wake her as she moves into natural wakeness. And she's this furbolg arms just stretch out from under a pile of pillows and blankets, just push out, and then she kind of pulls herself up into a seated position, and she's got the whole bed head look. She's got
I want you to roll a d20 for me. You want high.
I want high. Okay. Is a 13 high enough?
A 13 is high enough that the
Okay.
big prank cup you put the salt in doesn't go straight up to your boss, the coyote spirit, who just walks in through the door. But on the other way, on the other hand, you are in coyote communication, so mischief is part of the contract. Like, it's literally in your contract. If you're not mischievous enough, they will not like let you go, but like they will.
You don't get your promotions that way.
You don't get your promotions yet. They have ways. They have ways. So instead, it goes to the lady at the reception desk. Really like charming, a bit roundish pixie who like gets the drink and starts drinking and just oh dang me, who the hell did that to my drink? I can tell you, I will not let that go down like this. Bless their heart, but I will not bless them. And yeah,
I'm like snickering off on the corner side, just like
you.
Oh no, I've got work to do. Go rush off to my desk.
Yeah, you bet I won't be that. Oh, yeah. So you know that it's Mathilda. Mathilda is a sweetheart. Mathilda knows how to take a good joke. She will be laughing about this at lunch, but right now she's a bit.
Yeah, it's not a good mouth flavor.
It's really not. Because like salt in coffee, yes, but like salt and baking powder, sweet heavens, no. What exactly are you doing at Coyote's communication?
I think at the moment I have kind of fallen between the cracks just a little bit. I got done with the sort of like organizing these files, and I organized exactly the files they gave me and none of the others. So I'm completed. And so the rest of the filing rack is sitting there because those weren't the ones I was handed to organize. So I've organized those files. And while I wait for somebody to notice, I have taken it upon myself to start trying to see if I can like really get to know the names of some of the people that are coming through for our spin services, because I really do want to like move out of this intern state. And I think I'm trying to be a little strategic. I'm trying to identify who I think might be a good one for me to accidentally end up in that conference. Oops.
You know what? Give me an investigation check.
Ooh, all right. Oh, I'm not great at this one. Oh, I got a 10.
With your bonuses?
It's a +1. I rolled a 9, so +1, 10.
Hey, a 10's a 10. Like, you know, like some of the names are too big. Like you notice like instantly you should not go into the conference with Puck from Glitz and Glam, because that would like no. Also Puck and Coyote getting together, like, you're a mischievous spirit. It makes you shiver. Like, this will give you nightmares for days. Also, I mean, there are some people from Sealing Court, but to be honest, you don't see anything that would be like, that's like my big chance.
And that's totally fine. I've probably been sitting on this for 2 days now. Like, they gave me the files yesterday and I got them done right away, and I've just been waiting. But I've been working on this for about 2 days now. I've managed to find, because nobody told me where it was, but I managed to find the list of incoming clients. So now I've been like perusing it and looking at it and trying to find that breakthrough moment. And I can be patient. I've got all the time in the world. I'm only 40. This is easy. I've got so much time. I'm still so young. So I will just sit on my hands and see if anybody gives me anything else today.
I mean, actually, like, your line manager comes up. He's like one of these low-key nightmarish creatures. You don't really know which species are they supposed to be from, because it's basically just a big moving shadow of an owl. like you can't literally see him. You just like notice after a while that next to your shadow on the wall is another shadow of a big low-key humanoid owl. And your line manager has the name 5 or 5 o'clock because tea time is holy to 5. Like this is his whole shtick of how he does communication. He invites people over to tea. And yeah, this ominous shadow of an owl just looms over you.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you get the cinnamon sticks that I brought in for you this morning?
Yes.
Good.
I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome. Do you have anything new for me to do today? Because I am a little bored.
Oh, you are bored?
Just a little.
Oh, we wouldn't want that. Not do we? So what to do? What's about these files?
Oh, I did the files that I was given, and I point to the exact ones that were the exact ones that I was given. I was told to file these in order, and I have done exactly that. They're so good.
I know why I like you. So, out of the shadows, just like a big claw appears and like poops your nose. And out of its of nothingness and shadow, it pulls up like another stack of documents. You said you were bored.
Yeah. I know it's risky, but yeah.
Sort these two, this stack, thoroughly by file number. Wonderful.
I will do it. And I put them on my desk and I sit down. I wait for him to leave before I start working on it because I don't want him to see like that I'm going to try and figure out the trick.
He looks at you for a moment. And the shadow is just gone. Like you blink and it's gone.
Awesome.
I'm
going to spend the rest of the day probably trying to figure out the trick on this because I imagine this was a hard one. I asked for it, so.
The problem is you got the files. But they're like 300 years old. They don't have file numbers.
Yeah. Cool.
At least you can't find them anywhere on the files.
That's okay. I turn it into a treasure hunt and I start like doing my best to start tracking down. All right, if these were a part of this department, then I'll go talk to the people in this department. If these were a part of like that old structure, then maybe the old archives will have some information from that old structure. And I'm going to just turn it into a little treasure hunt. I know I asked, but I was honestly getting a little bored because the names were not working out and I wanted something to do. So I entertained myself with it for the rest of the day.
And now you definitely have something to do.
Yes.
Irvi, moving on to you. What's going on in the life of your character?
Yes. So Mousy doesn't set an alarm. She lives in a smaller little apartment with several other people who have absolutely no respect for anyone's sleep schedule whatsoever. So she feels no necessary need to set an alarm. Somebody is banging around in the kitchen before the sun rises anyways. But she'll wake up in the morning. First thing she does is say her morning prayers to the several different gods that she worships, and then pulls out her phone to do a quick little social media scan to make sure there's nothing too big popping off in the news in the world today before preparing herself to head out. She does spend quite a bit of time on herself, very intricately preparing her makeup. She takes an opportunity to redo her sloppy little ballet bun that she keeps, mousy brown hair, throws it up. She has a little step stool she has to climb up, though, on to look into the mirror as a halfling. Probably spends a good 30-45 minutes just preparing her aesthetic before going down, having a quick little bite to eat, probably literally a piece of toast, unbuttered and unbothered. And will head out into the streets. She is very self-conscious and very self-aware, walking around, trying to just keep an eye on not only herself but everyone moving around her. Will stop at any moment to drop a little trinket or copper piece into any beggar she might see, says a little prayer for anyone, and heads to La Lorena Associates, um, where she will literally just stand in the lobby and twiddle a little ring she has on her finger. Very just professionally dressed, blazer, collared shirt, has a rosary tucked underneath, um, and waits till she sees her boss or any other associates, and then will follow behind them uh, quietly but confidently.
Wonderful. I mean, to be honest, when you're at your work, it's always a bit like curious who you see there because when you're looking for La Llorona, you're most of the time really, really down on your luck. So like you see that one like by now deep promi, like deep person who once was like a big pop star, but then had like something with the ex of somebody else, and then went into something like Big Brother, and then Get Me Out of the Jungle, and like the usual decline of people who are just not able to get it. Okay, yeah, I'm over. And yeah, you see one of them. It's Rosalie, like a siren who went into singing, big thing, but like then she started hip hopping and it wasn't like people weren't picking it up, and now she's just sitting there like mascara like down here, hugs her little puppy who is like all the colors of the rainbow and just like very unhappy about it. And like just has one of the handkerchiefs out of the handkerchief box over there. Nobody really offered it to her, so she already owes all of you a favor. But that's how things go around here. But she's like just looking so sad.
Mousy will make her way on over, just kind of looking around to make sure there's no one, else and important who might be going, and just come over, and without her lips moving, will go into, as a ghostwise halfling, she has a silent speech option, and telepathically will go into Rosalie's head and be like, "Are you okay?
No,
Oh, I see you found the tissues. Do you need another?"
it's okay, everyone.
"Oh, okay. What happened? Who are you here to see?"
They canceled my dog.
"Your dog?"
They canceled my dog on social media, and this was like the only thing that still gave me money. And he's just so beautiful. No, everybody hates him, and I don't know what to do. And it's so terrible. She just like starts bawling.
Well, a little pat on the head. "Did they cancel him, your dog, because," and just kind of gestures at the stylistic options and choices that were made.
Because the dice weren't vegan.
That's oh, that's a problem that can definitely it's fixable, maintainable, manageable. Why would you? Yeah. Did they just cancel on like? Does everyone know how? Starting to just like slowly pull the phone out of the pocket and kind of trying to make sure we don't have any like hashtags or anything. And it's like,
Hashtag no rainbow dog is a
no rainbow dog is a thing. Have you considered veganly dyeing your dog back?
I don't know if the colors are even gonna wash out.
I've got you. And Melsie's gonna just step away for a moment. We'll kind of fiddle with her rosary and is gonna say a couple of prayers. She does have a very attachment to, again, the aesthetic and the beauty of the world, and this dog ain't it. Um, like this is she's not 100% certain, honestly, if she's woken up or if she's living a nightmare already this morning. But she's gonna just whisper a little prayer to God of beauty and grace, and hope that this poor dog, like literally just praying for the dog because I pity the dog. um and then we'll start doing a little research on finding a vegan dye, uh also figuring out what type of dog this is so we can return it to its natural color and natural beauty and not some other ridiculous neon shade of whatever that is. Um, and then bring back a couple of recommendations to our good friend Rosalie.
Yeah, you also your line manager comes up. Your line manager is like this, like even for a vampire, he's old, and it's like has like this grandfatherly vibe of take a cookie and everything will be all right. And he's like, "Oh yeah, Miss Rosalie, we have been. Oh, you're already taking care."
As long as that's okay, trying, yes.
I mean, I would love to see your recommendations, and I love people stepping up. Um, yeah, yeah, this is nice. Also, before you do anything, just get it back to me, just in case, because we don't want anything happen, with the social media these days, things can quite blow up. Did she tell you what exactly her problem was?
I have and I'm just kind of like trying to be very quiet and gesturing towards the dog. Just inappropriate dye used on a dog.
Ah, yes, that's quite something.
They're calling for we're having some issues with, I don't know if you've heard of PETA.
Oh, yes, we have had a lot of contact with Peter over the years.
They're
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 very
not too fond.
bribable.
Oh, just
So
makes a little note off to the side in the phone.
yeah, so don't worry, we'll definitely make this problem go away.
Go away. Yeah, yes, we're gonna make it go away. Go away.
I mean, some people maybe shouldn't even, and he also lowers his voice, maybe shouldn't have a dog. And like tragic story about how she tried to save him and like tried this whole color thing to pay the bills, and now the dog is dead might be a good turn on this.
Oh, and then everybody would be sad, just sad because nobody likes a dead dog story. And
Right.
okay, okay.
I mean, that would be one way to turn it. She could not be able to go back to the outside world with her dog for a while, but like,
Oh, so we're not actually killing. Okay, understood. Understood.
we could do this.
No,
That
no,
would
I'd
be
rather not.
that's actually not a bad
Oh,
idea.
no. Oh. Okay.
I mean, if we have some like really tragic photos of it and like, you know, like even a video of it that could go viral on social media. But no,
I
we will not. We will definitely not kill the dog.
okay. I was just thinking we maybe dye it back to its normal, but if we understood. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Maybe put her up to my office. But like, I appreciate what you're doing here. What's your name again?
I go by Mousy.
Malfi. Right. Great. And he like takes his walking stick and goes slowly away.
And then turn back to Rosalie. Okay. I've had some discussions with my boss. Um, we've come to a couple of ideas and conclusions here. So if you'd like to follow me, we're going to further the discussion and just kind of gesture, towards a elevator or escalator or staircase, something to take to an office area, as he suggested.
Yeah. So you take up the elevator into the office space of your boss. You start discussing like a social media idea of how like you can turn this all into a tragic story, how the dog can be helped and stuff like that. Like you're gonna like save at least the social media account of the dog, but like Rosalie is like one of the usuals here. Like every 2 months, she does something incredibly stupid, but she still got some money and some favors. Like she's owing you so much by now, and she still knows people. And yeah, all of you spent like the first few hours of the day doing your various jobs until it's like 10, 10:30, 11, something like that. And I mean, you're the interns. Some of you already did it today, but you're still the interns. All of you are sent to get coffee. And you all get sent to a very, very full Starbucks where you have to wait in line like for an eternity. And actually, you don't meet in a tavern. You meet in line for Starbucks. Probably all of you with a little piece of paper in hand with all the crazy things people in the office want you to get.
My paper is not little. As a furbolg, I have powerful build, so I count as a size larger for carrying capacity. So I'm getting so many people's stuff because I can carry everything.
And
I've
mine
got,
is
like a
like
long ass list.
I was gonna say mine is probably regular size, like the paper, but because I'm small, it looks like I'm holding one of those receipts from CVS that just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
I was also going to amend with mine looks particularly large, which is specifically because everyone that's given Ariel their order at Pixie Dust Social has given an order for those very like
Specific.
something that is not on the menu and requires several steps, deep inconvenience to all involved employees, and far too many elements on that long side of the cup Starbucks receipt. So it's multiple pages.
As a
folded
former
like a map.
employee
I'm
of
vomiting. Yeah.
the coffee company, I would like to nominate that at least one of them is a layered frappuccino, which is and it's from the secret menu, which doesn't exist. Spoiler alert for everybody, it doesn't exist. So if you say to me, make me a butterbeer frappuccino, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, give me that recipe.
Yeah. But I like to think that there's at least one of those on the list.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my thought. Is it's so many items that aren't real and need specific steps.
This is unlocking a primal rage in me that I'd forgotten.
Yeah. No, I'm with you 100% as an ex-partner as well. So
we're all in this together, just like High School Musical.
Yes.
I think this is also, to kind of add to that, I think that this is Ariel. Ariel has not been to this shop before and arrives last, and specifically is having to come here because every other shop has started just not taking the orders when they come in with this volume. Just a line has been drawn. So this is the last coffee shop in the immediate vicinity that there's a hope of getting these orders from.
See, Mousy does the thing where she'll mobile order, but on her way to the cafe, somebody texted and was like, actually, we have one more drink we have to pick up. So she is now standing there with 20 drinks, having to stand in line to get one more.
Yeah, classic. Yeah, I mean, I believe all of us have been to one or the other coffee company before. We all know the cringy smooth jazz coming out of the boxes that are somehow broken, but you don't really know how. But you're pretty sure you know exactly this Spotify playlist from the same coffee store 2 streets down. Even though you see the baristas clean everything every single second, the floor sticks to your feet in an almost unholy amount. And you look around you, and the people sitting here are sitting behind their branded, sleek, totally way too expensive notebooks for doing what they're doing. And you look around, and that's the self-proclaimed author sipping at the same drink for 3 hours because they want to use the Wi-Fi and feel special, but they haven't written a single word today. But they tried to, but actually they were just looking for Pinterest inspiration and playlists. And you see in front of you in line and back of you in line, people with the most dead eyes in the whole world, only topped by the barista behind the counter with a wonderful little tag, your barista is a non-binary drow, Twinkle Starshine. They do not look like a Twinkle Starshine. And they're like, welcome to Starbucks. May I take your order, please? And you feel with this please, a part of their soul is leaving them, because in their contract they have to say please, and so they owe every single person they see today a favor, and they're just you're not sure if they want to go home or if they just want to bang their head against the espresso machine. That's pretty, and that's again not working properly and taking off a lot of time. Starts writing everything down, takes all of your orders. Yeah. On what? May I have your name, please?
I think Ariel has sort of refined this to manage to get the orders sort of printed out in an easily accessible way, so that he doesn't have to repeat them through the noise of this place, and just so slides over this very large piece of paper with sort of a preemptive look of apology. He's not going to apologize, but he doesn't look joyful. These 27, I believe. I have a company credit card for them. The name's Ariel. Oh, sorry, one just came in. 28.
$28 drinks coming up for Ariel. And just like puts all of the orders in. Like, you're not just getting like these 4 stacks where you put in cups, you're getting like several of these on top with like a big thing around it so you can actually carry it.
Gotcha. He just kind of moves to the side like a foot and a half to let whoever's next in line come up, and then just starts texting on his phone. This will take a while.
Celeste steps forward, bumping into you a little bit because a foot and a half isn't quite enough for them. Big furball, and steps forward and goes, "All right. When you're ready, I have 76 orders, and each of the 12 that I've highlighted have to get an adjustment to them that, I've brought along some of the adjustments that are going to go into them." And I pull out like a pouch of some of the stuff for like the tricks that are on those 12 drinks. Also, when you stack them, I need them stacked in a 4 and then an up. And so I need them stacked in a way where they will hold with each other on my hand and then be able to go up.
I just want to say that this is like truly a nightmare that I've had.
Yeah.
How many drinks?
Oh, 76.
This might take a while.
I know.
Okay.
All right. First, we'll start with the straight coffees, and I will tell you which ones get the adjustments. And I'm just going to start going down the list.
You see Twinkle Starshine typing in your orders, actually quietly crying.
Ariel has by now abandoned the phone and is actively looking over Celeste's shoulder at this drink list in increasing fascination.
Under my arm. I'm 7 foot tall, probably.
Yeah, and that under the arm is just kind of ducking
every now and then.
Like,
kind of
here's
like,
one.
These
Like,
gummy
Celeste
bears.
is reading up here, and you're just looking at the other end of the list down there.
So I've gotten to the most
And I'm like,
complicated
these
ones
Sour Patch
already.
Kids, they belong in that latte.
Oh my god. As the orders are getting are getting passed along, at least one point when there's a lull, Ariel just kind of looks up at Celeste and is like, I think this is the first time somebody's had more than double my number of orders. Congratulations.
For the whole building.
Oh. Where do you work, out of curiosity? I normally have the most in these situations.
Oh, I'm over at Coyote Communications. Where do you work?
Oh, Pixie does social. We have a lot of couriers going between the two. A lot of joint projects, I think.
Yeah. Since I joined because I can carry them all in one go, everybody's just decided they like it all at the same time instead of in waves.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You did it once and now they're used to it. Hmm?
Little bit, but I'm making them regret it. It's okay. And then I step aside to let the next person in with that comment. I just move over.
Excuse me. Could one of you pass me some of the stirrers, because the drinks tend to coagulate, so I was wondering if I could okay, I'll just get them myself.
While we're at this, Jilly, what did you just say?
Excuse me, could you? Oh yeah, I said please.
I am very quick on it. I grab like 4 stirrers with my fingers, and I turn around and I go, "Yes, here!" And I've got a giant grin.
Okay, well if you, yeah, okay,
Ding! You feel a tug in your soul letting you know, oh, this Fulbug a favor.
that's fine.
Hi,
These
you may call me
drinks.
Celeste. Can I have your name?
I don't know. Can you?
You give it to me.
I'm just gonna put these in my satchel.
Oh,
And they are
gonna be
sticking-
friends.
I mean, we can't be, if you'd like, but I'm sorry. Are you standing in front of the for a reason,
Ding.
or? So difficult to be polite.
I'm gonna write this down.
Double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just hover over here until you're done, I guess.
So yeah, I've like tried to step out of the way, but I take up the space of like 3 people in what
I
is
am a
normally a
small
squished area.
creature. I am a small creature, so
Yeah.
I can be in your space. So I'm probably like in your space, just like at eye level.
Yeah.
And I believe, since you're playing a half-feeling, you can also just be in.
Yeah. You guys can just like
Yeah.
hide in around my limbs.
And I think the only other thing that Andy does is just say, Andy, and then kind of looks kind of at the barista, who is, I assume at this point, juggling 5 different cups with stickers and things like that.
There's a small mountain growing as I'm waiting for all of mine.
I think between Celeste and Ariel, we're already at over 100 drinks ordered, so that'll be fine. This line can grow.
You see in the background how somebody is like they call the number, and now a mage comes in to like put put haste on the espresso machine.
When that happens,
in this moment, actually a warforged.
Oh.
Oh no! When that happens, I am going to cast minor illusion on their shoes and just make it start smoking.
Like their shoes are smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What? Because they're running. Yeah, cool.
Just a little fun while I wait for my 76 drinks.
You have to amuse yourself.
I guess you do.
I'm smart and I don't bring my cell phone, so nobody can add anything in. I have a long piece of paper.
Melty,
Ariel was just watching all this and laughing.
Melty, how's your soul leaving your body in this situation?
Yeah, no, Mouthy literally hates everything right now and was so proud of herself because she was so prepared because she was going to avoid this whole crisis. This is a mess. And
And now
Mouthy doesn't
there
do
are
mess.
over 100 drinks in front of you.
Right, and it's like I literally just need one. I need like just an iced caramel macchiato. It would literally take 30 seconds if these people. Okay. And Mousy just waits and is going to just. Whenever you're ready, Twinkle, it's okay.
Is it?
I mean, no, but it'll have to be.
It'll have to
Would
be.
you like and then I think Andy flicks a finger and what looks like a mote of starlight floats across to Twinkle and then kind of does a little burst and it gives a plus D4 to ability checks, but it looks like a little star exploding next to Twinkle. And then
They're not even batting an eye on at this point. In their contract, they have to like allow any magical effect cast upon them.
it should help a little bit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to
It's
interrupt.
okay, we're even now.
Okay. And Andy kind of floats backwards, like Homer going into the hedge.
I really appreciate it. Yeah,
Elsie
so
drops a couple extra coins into, I'm assuming, the inevitable jar that is on the counter.
yeah, the tip jar, like there are, okay, yeah, you put some coins into the tip jar,
Correct.
the coins disappear.
Thought that counts.
That's really smart because when I was working, someone did just one day reach in and grab all the tips from the tip jar and walk out.
Oh, sadly, that's not the case. I was offered that we could get, like, we get whatever was in the tip jar at the end of the day.
So
But it
nothing's allowed
in
to
the
be there.
tip jar.
Oh. I'm sorry.
You're not, you haven't been here for long, have you?
I'm expressing sympathy.
I
I've been told
appreciate
that
that.
is a valuable quality.
All of a sudden, my head, which might very well be half the size of your body, kind of reaches forward towards you and goes, all you have to do is say, that sucks. You don't have to say the I'm sorry part.
But people at my place of employment do suck, so you can understand the confusion.
Where do you work? Ari, right? Where do you work?
Andy,
No, Andy.
but close. I work for Dracul, and I think that
Oh.
when she says it, it's kind of like there's a little affect, like when people call Target Target Dracul.
That just unlocked so much in my mind. Yes, absolutely.
I'm new there. I used to work for Sealy, but now I'm with Dracul.
Ooh. Recent switch. That's exciting.
Yes, I mean, not so far. Pretty much I've done drink runs and filing, but you know, at least the lights aren't quite as bright, you know?
Oh, you all aren't working with partners and clients?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna find
Oh.
the perfect one.
I
want to
talked
make
to
my
one this morning.
I mean, I talk to a lot of people though. It's just, you know, there's not really any decision making that I am permitted to speak during because, well, you know.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, great talk.
Sorry, you talked to, not to go back about 4 senses, you talked to a client
I got to
yourself
talk.
this morning.
I
Where do
did.
you work again?
Oh, I'm at a
Emma?
Mm-hmm.
Ding.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put a sound machine up here.
He processes it and just rolls his eyes as he starts massaging his nose, just making a note of that in the future. Oh boy. Favor out. All right. Where do you work that you were able to do that?
I work at La Lorena Associates.
Interesting. May I
And you?
ask, do out of game, what, if any, relationship do La Lorena and Pixie Dust Social have?
You're in front of a person who has to clean up the shit you're doing. a lot of
Gotcha,
people
that's
ruin
what
their
I
own life on
thought.
social media in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. And for you,
Yeah.
that's beautiful because like that's extra traffic, that's extra engagement. It puts the numbers up. Sometimes you even like some like as an intern, sometimes it's even your like your job to put on some rage quotes, some rage traps, so people like really get in there. And the people who start crying and see their life crumble apart in front of them go to La Llorona.
Gotcha. That's what I was wondering. Amazing. That gets mentioned, and they do kind of smile a bit and go, pixie dust.
Ah,
Yes.
ah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't start anything about a dog this morning, did you?
Well, I
Oh
did do an
yeah,
awful lot this
hashtag
morning.
no rainbow dog is all over your feed. You
I
started to
don't.
make it like you even proposed and got like you got credit because you said, "Hey, how about we make like a filter out of that?"
Yeah. He starts just scrolling through his phone. I believe I was a little bit tangentially involved in that. Yeah. Why did that come up for you?
Easily the ugliest dog I've ever seen. But
Yeah, it was not hard to make that one pop off on social media. Practically wrote itself.
what would you say if maybe I knew something that happened though to that rainbow dog? Have it told like
Something that happened.
something that happened.
I mean,
Jilly,
yeah.
your mouth is moving, but I think you're muted.
I sure am. Has anybody interviewed the dog? I really am looking for the dog's perspective on this. I feel like that's been really missing.
I mean, it's a magical world. You definitely can talk
No,
to animals.
you
Speak
definitely
with
could.
animals. Speak with animals is a thing.
I'm unaware if anyone has spoken to the dog.
This is the problem with journalism nowadays. Nobody interviews the dog.
Honestly, if I had the horrific nightmare that dog must be going through, I probably wouldn't want to talk to anyone.
The
Have you
color
had a bad?
switches classes so badly.
They didn't even put it in the correct order of a rainbow. But it doesn't matter because I'm gonna let you in on a little secret if that's okay. You said your name was Ariel?
Yes, you may call me
Whatever.
Ariel.
Okay. I'll let you call me Mousy. Ariel, I shouldn't be telling you this, but when I was leaving today to make my way here, I heard some yapping and a squelching sound. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing.
Oh dear.
I would love to do an insight check.
Yes, please. Irvi, do you want to make a deception check against that?
Yeah. I will share the number off of my phone on this.
That's what I rolled
Look
too.
like I'm lying.
I did a 16 plus 5, 21 as well.
And a win. Like there, like you can't put the finger on it. Like it's
Something's not right, but I can't tell what.
yeah, like you're on the edge, and then you're like, nah, but like this person's working there.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to also make an insight check potentially.
Yeah, please.
That's 22.
yeah, like this isn't quite working out. Like, why should this person be telling you this after you just told them that you're from the firm that gets, on the other hand, that gets their clients, but like gets them like their ugly work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think Ariel makes a bit of a show of just kind of, oh, very interesting. Well, that's certainly good to know. And pulls out, looks as if they're typing it into like a notes app, as if they're writing it down, and is actually just writing down, starting to take notes on, all right, someone by the moniker of Mousy working at La Llorona to look into. Interesting. On my radar. That story didn't match up.
And I'd say, even though it hasn't been that long, really, I'd say by this time, the horrendous number of drinks are starting to get finished. And like you all have your little, small, big stacks. Julie, your character actually got a bag of holding for that. Like, not a bag, but like a cheap version of bag of holding. Like the plastic bag of holding.
Like I'm imagining it's like a catering case where it like opens and there's shelves inside for different things.
It's got an enlarge reduce effect on it, so it reduces them to fit them for a short time.
Yeah, right.
That's so fun.
And
this is how magic should be used.
And
Absolutely.
You are all turning towards the exit when you hear a sickening sound of metal bending around metal. And you look outside the big window front, and you see that actually somebody somehow drove their car into the entrance of the metro, blocked the whole street, and all of you have cases of hot and ice cold drinks that have to get to your office immediately. And you have no fast way to getting there right now. And this is where we're going to take a quick break.
Hey, where's that wizard with the haste?
Come back, please.
I'm sorry about your shoes. It was a joke.
Bing! So we're going to go on
to the haste
10-minute
wizard.
break. 10, 15 minutes. How much do you need?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, 15 minutes. And we're going to be right back with more wonderful Fae adventures. And I'm really going to write down who owes who what, because this is going far better than I expected. And we are back in. Welcome back. I hope everybody else also had a wonderful break. And we're going
Yes.
Can you cast fly on me?
No.
Dang it.
Glad to clear that up.
Concise, neat.
What I can do, if you like, I can bind you to the ground. So it's kind of
That
anti-fly, if you will.
doesn't help the situation.
I know, I'm just offering, one of the things at my disposal.
It's
currently.
delightful that you can do it.
Okay.
Good
Wonderful.
to
Can
know.
you make me very fast?
No. But if you find me someone who can and you give me a small amount of time, I can put it in my spell book and then do it tomorrow.
I will keep that in mind.
If the coffee's
really
remained here
do
till
need to
tomorrow, we'll be in trouble.
Well, yes, I'm just saying it is a long-term goal of mine to acquire these spells. So, what I can do is I can make things slightly easier for you. When you attempt to do feats of various kinds. I can use the power of starlight. And then I like to imagine that I don't have anything for this, but I like to imagine that when they say starlight, their hands just like glow a tiny bit. Just like
Celeste goes, fantastic. I have that same one. It's called the power of self-confidence.
yes, mine is more
Oh no, I can't do that. I'll drop all the drinks.
color based, but yes. Calling upon the power of the skies, but not in the flying sense.
Are those not gods in the skies? Because I can call on them too.
The shiny things, to my knowledge, are stars.
Oh, you're talking about those. Okay.
Yes.
I turn to Ariel and I go, do you have travel capacity magic?
I do not. I can read a lot of languages to you, but
me too.
I don't believe that is helpful.
Oh,
high five.
Nope. Sorry. I went for it and
I have the one-handed carrying case, so I have a free hand.
Even with mine reduced, I still have a mountain. I had 76. Come on.
So we can do many languages, but not move fast.
Not today, at any rate. Perhaps, is there perhaps... Should we call Fae Uber?
They're going to be bound to the road just the same as we would if we walked.
Well, yes, but hopefully would go faster than...
Does anybody have the new startup of the broomstick Uber? I don't remember what they called themselves. I only heard about it a little bit.
I will check. Ariel starts scrolling through like 3 extra screens of apps on his phone, looking to see if Broomstick Uber has been.
It's Lyft, but with an I.
Thank you. I'm not great with names, but that was so good.
I was like, one of us will do it. That makes me so happy. Wonderful.
It's Lyft with like an arrow up over the I.
Was that thank you in character?
No, that was out of character. That was me saying out of character. I'm not good with names. So I appreciate you naming the thing that I made up.
And doing it in a pun fashion.
Yes.
So you're trying to get flying Uber?
Yes.
Yes, the broomstick Uber.
Broomstick Uber, yeah. Roll. What role would that be? Offer me a
for
roll.
surge pricing.
I could, if I'm looking for it on my phone, that could just straight up be investigation.
Yeah.
I would love to
Alright.
help you and aid you with some words of encouragement. Like, all right, this is what I was told. I believe it's lift with the I as an up sign. They use broomsticks. They were made by like this kind of cool person. I don't remember their name. I'm bad with names. And I'm just gonna try and like help you find it so that you can get advantage.
Always happy for advantage. Always happy for advantage when that's my first roll. That's a 12.
Oh man.
You see, oh yeah, it's totally there. And the moment you you search, and there are like 5 brooms in your area, and the moment you click on one, it's gone. You click on gone. What about gone? Like all brooms in the area are like gone.
Well,
Completely.
I've got the app, but it looks like they're a little bit, you could say, flighty. So that may not work.
Did you just laugh like a Dracula?
It's sort of a habit I've formed since I started working. You know how you pick up verbal tics from the people around you?
All right.
Well, my bosses, they always do that. It's actually, it
Linguistic
feels
bleed, or I
it
guess
can-
literal
it-
bleed.
It can get a little endearing sometimes.
you would begin.
That yeah.
Study.
Running out.
Hmm. So somebody,
Yeah, he's like out. Person on the broomstick.
okay.
Wait, stop. Come back.
Command.
I do not have hold person.
Well, I was saying Mousy would be fine to call out just a "Hey, halt!" with a little command action there for a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, sure. Let's throw the spells.
We'll throw out a spell.
I think as you do that, Ariel's still going through the phone. Just yes, that sounds like a good idea, and is going to give you a bardic inspiration.
That doesn't really help here because I have to do it with some saving throw.
Mhm.
But just to have on hand in case we need to talk
Yeah.
somebody down imminently. Which we might.
What's your
Which we might.
spell DC?
13.
Okay. Let me roll. 1. You feel like you feel your words flying forwards, taking hold for a second, and the person being like, but then shaking it off and jumping on the broomstick.
Are there first responders arriving at this scene? Police and such, fire trucks, anything.
Evie? Evie, do you want to steal a police car?
So Celeste is going to go over and get a little closer and try to see if she can make out which cop came from this car, get a good look at them, and then use my disguised self to look like them.
I like the idea that
person is on the same street.
Well,
Right,
they're like
I like
walking
the
away
idea that
towards
this
the thing, right? So like
Multiply.
there's the line onlookers, right? And then there's the like accident over here. Okay, let me line of onlookers, accidents over here, police car pulls up, guy gets out, or girl, or non-person gets out, walks this way.
New gender unlock.
I see them. They don't have to be a person. They can be whatever they want to be. And I see them, and I turn into them. And so while they go this way, I go this way.
I like to think the way this is going to play out is that the person is going to see you in the car and
Sure,
just
maybe
be
at the
like,
last minute. Fine.
oh, it's me. It's fine.
Okay, how does disguise self work?
So my disguise self is unique. I get to make myself look like another, and I can change my height. So I can match their height. I also have the capacity to, I probably am not going to spend a minute listening to them talk, but I could make myself sound like them if I needed to.
Okay, and you need an action for that.
I believe it's an action to do, yes.
How tall are you? Because you can change your height up to 1 feet.
3 feet because of Furbulk. Furbulk's disguise self lets me get a 3-foot height adjustment.
Okay, yeah. Great.
Many a foot and many a way.
Yeah, because I'm 7 feet tall normally. So I would look like giant gnomish if I tried to do things. So I get the adjustment a little bit more. I can go down to 4 feet.
As a person from Europe, my brain just tapped out. Yeah, okay. I believe I
I'm
know
so
how
sorry.
you are.
Normal people are like 5'5".
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you. That
hang
helps
on a
lot.
second. As a 5-foot person, let's not be getting shirty about what normal height is.
That's not getting shorty.
Shirty.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Does this also include voice?
So I, as my class, could match their voice if I am allowed to study their voice for like a minute. I will probably hear them shout a couple of times, and so I could potentially do a attempt at their voice, but I won't be able to match it perfectly. I need a minute to do it perfectly.
Okay. Where are you right now?
I'm at the line, so line of onlookers, cop car, crash, right? That's usually how they do these things. They've created a line of onlookers. I would like to watch the cop walk away, turn into the cop, and then go over because I belong in this area now.
So you change in front of the police car.
With them looking away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, So I am 7 foot tall, so it'll be a little hard to duck behind someone. But yeah, there's like a crowd of movement. I will make okay. There's the person. I'm gonna walk behind this person, and then
I would
I'm gonna
love
like,
to.
shrink.
I
And then,
would
like,
love
come back
to
around
make
this
a
way.
stealth check for that.
Awesome. All right, I can do that. Okay, so stealth is my dex, which then if it's a 17, 18, 19.
Oh, 19 is not bad. 19 is actually not bad.
Well, actually, okay, wait, no, I'm proficient. So 19, 20, 21. I forgot to add proficiency. I'm sorry.
21. I mean, what the rest of you sees is just like this Phobot person went into the line of unlockers and just vanished. And suddenly there is a cop
Carrying a lot of coffees.
carrying a shit ton of coffee. Like, I did some math in the break. You would have like 20 of these 4 cups holders.
Yeah,
10 on each
they've
hand.
been reduced, but there's still so many.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they're the size of the ornaments, right? They're still
So many.
that 80 of them is a lot. Still.
Yeah. And balancing anything 10 high is.
I'm gonna go to the cop car, get inside, and put the drinks in real quick, and get into the driver's seat, and hope that he didn't leave the keys, or that he did leave the keys, because you're responding to a quick scene. You might leave the keys in, and start driving away. Just like do a.
I want you to make a luck check if he left the keys.
Okay, that's a
You want
D20.
High.
Okay. I rolled a 15.
He fucking left the keys. And I want you to roll another luck check. This time you want low. And I won't tell you what it's for.
Dot means 6.
Oh, one lucky person. Okay. Yeah, you just got into a police car. Is there anything you want to do before you steal a police car?
So I'm going to take the police car, and I'm just gonna I need to back my way out of here, and I will loop around and get these guys. I'm going to cast minor illusion over at them, because I think that has like a 30-foot, 60-foot range or something at some point, and I'll minor illusion like my little furbolg face, and I'll be like, hi, and then it'll turn into a hand pointing, so that I get the attention of the 3 of them to like go over there.
And
It's
disguise
30
self
feet, so-
is not concentration.
No.
Okay.
I think Andy looks mildly conflicted about this for a moment, but the drinks are starting to coagulate, so Andy is very concerned and gets in the car.
Yeah, no, Mousy is definitely not going to be the first, probably the last one to get in the car, because she is going to be having a small breakdown over the fact that we're about to steal and a cop
No, I am the police officer.
Borrow.
Right, we're borrowing. We're
Conveniently
aggressively
borrow.
okay. Conveniently borrowing is our wording here.
Yes.
I want to
Still
say
having a
that the
breakdown
police
over
officer was like a hobgoblin or something, and so I'm just this hobgoblin. I'm like, no, I am the police officer. This is fine.
But they protect and serve. So in this case, we're protecting our coffee temps and serving them to our bosses. It's a purpose of a only thing this is gonna be good for. Let's go.
Ariel will
Right now, I
absolutely
want
get
to
into this
pin
bar.
like a police badge, but inside it's just a Starbucks coffee and it's protected. So
Yes,
Hatchery needs merch.
that's
Hatchery needs
so
merch.
good.
I'm just
Okay, so
I need to share this because I'm gonna explode. I am really looking for an opportunity to say stop, coagulate, and listen. And so if that comes up, I need you to all have my back for that, okay?
100%.
Because
We're
it
here for
just
you.
won't stop spinning around in my head.
okay, I'm gonna do another fun roll here.
I have deception too. I can totally pass off as this cop.
No, the role isn't for you if you're the police officer. The role is for how many people notice the car driving away.
Sure.
Just as a question.
That's fair.
Why is that
Emergency
cop
has been
leaving the scene of the
contained.
crime? We've got other things to do. It's fine.
Just as a question, okay? Do you put the siren on?
Not initially. No, not initially. I'm not draw all the attention to myself. Like there is, I think, that moment of like hand hovering, hand just like really tempted, just like really want to. No, not yet. Let's go.
We're all just watching the hand like right over the big red alarm button, like, maybe.
Irby wants to
maybe,
press that Mousy says no.
Coyote says yes, but Mousy says no. Okay, so as just for me, as the DM, to clarify, all of you step into the stolen police car.
Borrowed, conveniently borrowed.
Borrowed police car.
Conveniently
I am the
borrowed.
cop.
Thank you very much.
It's fine.
To get your coffee to your boss.
Protect and serve.
We understand the stakes of our job situations.
Serve.
Okay.
We're doing the serving part of protect and serve.
Okay, I'm gonna roll another pretty dice here. Tonight is your night.
I loved that face.
Yeah, you have. Let's think. What would an appropriate skill be to drive a car in D&D?
Dexterity base, probably.
Yeah, slide a.
I could do yeah,
Slide a
sleight of
hand.
Yeah, okay.
Without
Let's
turning the
do sleight of
wheel.
hand for vehicle handling. Give me a sleight of hand check.
All right. I say, I got this. I am the cop, and I give myself
10.
guidance.
Oh, you're giving yourself guidance. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I casually lean over to make sure everybody's seatbelts are buckled and give you guidance that way. But if you,
Okay.
Wait,
I still
is
check to
guidance-
make sure everybody's
wait,
seatbelts are buckled.
Is guidance a bonus action?
Guidance is a full
No.
action. Oh, so I can't give myself the guidance. Yeah, because my action is to drive. Okay, then I don't give
Yeah,
myself
your
guidance.
action is to drive.
I mean, if I cast a first level spell or above, okay, fine. I'm gonna cast. I can give you a bless. Well, it's not a bless; it's a mote, but it does the same thing. I'm gonna cast comprehend languages on myself just for fun, because I need to blow a spell slot in order to
Okay.
do this anyway.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I give you a mote, a star mote, which kind of hovers. It's like a bluish tinge to it, and it floats towards you and then kind of like bursts in your face like a camera flash. And
I'm blind! We're crashing!
yes, but it's a helpful blinding because it gives you a 1d4 to your check.
Helpfully blinding the driver in the stolen
Yes.
police car.
Conveniently borrowed.
That's how math
Conveniently
works.
borrowed.
like another sticker that's like stolen, conveniently borrowed.
I will join in to round it out. I will give a bardic inspiration by you start to hear like the sounds of a podcast on various driving methods filtering from like the back seat where Ariel is on Spotify, and I will give you a D6 bardic if you need it.
All right, so I've got an 11, a 2, and 6. So that is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus 6
21.
is 21. We got there.
It only took 3 of us to get there.
So that happens when the gays are driving.
Yeah,
Yes.
the girlies and the
Okay,
gays. That's
yeah.
it.
A 21 is great. Which means you actually make the turn and get out of the road that's not blocked yet because your guy is starting to block it. While he's blocking it, he noticed you, but is like so dumbfounded to see himself on the steering wheel that he's like has to take a second and a double take to see you, and then he starts shouting. How, as a question for all our friends in the US, how fast are you allowed to go in the inner city?
I mean, usually it'll be like 30 on
Yeah,
the like
30, 35, but you go with the speed of traffic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I'm a cop.
Yeah, you go.
Also,
Once I'm free from the scene, I can finally flip that button, and now we can go as fast as we want.
depending on where you are, there are more guidelines than actual rules.
Yeah,
Also
again, flow of
Like the
traffic.
Pirates Code.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. We're arguing our way into like 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So you do push the button.
After we get clear, I
Okay,
will.
get clear
if
of
we,
the people.
after we get clear of the scene, if we start running into traffic, like other cars that are going to slow us down,
It's the inner city. There is always traffic.
then I push the button.
I just
I
want
don't
to point out that I am hovering and not touching anything, so there will be no fingerprints in this car from me.
My fingerprints look like the cops. It's fine.
I'm not sure if this guy's self also makes it.
I mean,
Mousie's fingerprints are over the seatbelts. They're everywhere.
because it is illusion, right? If you touch it, it doesn't
Yeah,
hold up.
if you touch it, it
That's
goes
fair.
through
That's
like clothing
fair.
and stuff, so you still have your own fingerprints.
I tried.
Oh,
I like it.
okay. So you have you took one action to get out of the whole skedaddle.
Mhm.
You have 2 more actions to get a head start. And then the cops are gonna be on your tail.
Mhm.
You
So-
put the siren on.
Yeah, and here's an amazing thing. I have movement, action movement, dash movement, so I can go as fast as I want with all of my zooms.
I believe I would use the riding rules, which would be you have the speed of your mount unless you dismount.
Okay,
But
So I
I
can't-
will.
bonus move.
No, but like.
Okay.
Wait, right. It's not the speed. It's like. It's the. No, the mount has just. I will allow you to have 2 movements. Like I
Okay.
can. You have.
Like dash speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you get this extra. Like
The action dash.
I'd say your roguish nature allows you to just like cut corners, maybe hit a few civilians here and there. Just like
I'm trying not to be too rough, but maybe.
you just
Accidents
stole a
happen.
police car.
I am the cop.
Really borrowed.
Is this what's known as method acting? Ariel says from the back seat.
Okay, cool. Give me 2 more driving checks.
Okay, all right. So another sleight of hand. I can't guidance myself. Does anybody else have anything to
Yes,
give me?
I got you. I'm yes.
Guidance
I'm
checks are
holding.
up to a minute, I believe.
Yeah.
Until you use it. Oh, it just keeps going.
No, until you use it,
I believe it
I'm gonna
isn't.
look for it.
Or after, yeah, it can be roll or after the ability check, then the spell ends. So I would
Okay.
I'm using it. I got a GPS, and I'm like, hey, you gotta turn here. And every time I poke and tap you, I'm giving you guidance.
Okay.
From the front seat.
Okay. 13 plus 3 plus 6. 16 plus 6. 22.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, as a question, where exactly are you going?
If I'm actually giving directions, I'm
GPSing.
directing to La Lorna's. I'm getting dropped off first.
Yeah. I think I realize this. I do say, you other 2 in the back, load up your locations.
I'll airdrop my.
I don't have a phone on me.
I'm airdropping it to the GPS that Mousie's navigating for. Okay, this is where Pixie does socialist. Oh, we're close.
I put Pixie Dust Social in as the last stop on the route.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice that?
Yes, please.
Please. Oh, that's so good. That's an 11. I rolled a 2.
Oh no.
I mean, you're in the back seat. She's on the front seat. I'm not sure, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Dracul is which now Andy is saying like Dracul instead of that's I think she's trying to make fetch happen. And it used to be a nightclub, so my headcanon of this is that it's like down some stairs into like a basement, and then there's the whole complex underneath the ground. So whenever you look at the location, it just looks like a random sewer grate. Like that. And then there's the multi-million-dollar corporation underneath.
I mean, one of the reasons why they're making you get the coffee is because a lot of people from Dracul can't get into the sun. Like, they would burn up so fast.
Well, and I imagine there are, umbrellas and like clothing and things that they can use to mitigate that, and also probably covered places where they could like pathways to stuff, but it's just probably easier to send me. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're the intern.
I'm the intern.
You're either the person who gets the coffee or the snack.
Yeah. I prefer not to do snacks.
Okay, so I'm gonna make it, I guess, to the first stop.
That would be your first stop. Also, you hear through like the speaker of the police car, like, Unit 21, where are you going? Unit 21.
I pick it up, and in an attempt at the voice that I have heard but have not gotten the chance to perfect yet, I will say, it's just a coffee run, sir.
I mean, technically accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
It's
not
not a
lying.
lie. Just definitively in the not lie category.
All right, what did you say? I think you said something.
Performance.
Is it a deception?
It's performance. You're performing. Although
You're trying to mimic a voice. That's performance.
plus I'm finding it entertaining, which is the difference.
Oh no, my good lucks have run out. That's gonna be a total of a 7.
Like, you have it down so good, and then we say coffee run, your voice breaks, like as if you were 13 years old, and they're like, you are hijacking a vehicle of the police force. We ask you to turn around and hand it over immediately. There will be repercussions.
Well, this is my stop. Bye.
Yeah, I think that I pull up short, I stop, and I go, all right, change of plans. This is our new stop. The subway's right over there. Run!
So
And so I'm gonna like park near the next subway stop, basically. We're just stop and then make a beeline for like the next subway station spot.
We're abandoning ship.
Yep.
as a reminder, the front was who was in front? The front was Mackley and Celeste, and the back were Ariel and Andromeda, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm just asking because of the tiny little red light up at the amateur.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I look just like the
Hey, you're
hot dog.
fine.
Yeah, I'm a godly person. I'm here giving words of advice to our
You're here
lovely
in the
I am-
driver.
So small.
Say one more time. The red light, that's what?
There was a camera.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Definitely cameras.
You're all being recorded.
Yeah.
Excellent.
This is a
I'm
video of
gonna- Hang on.
I don't know what you were.
I have a ranged question. So, I'm in the back, so I'm near this camera, I would assume, right?
No, it's
Oh, no,
like
dashboard.
the
On the dashboard.
rearview
Like on
mirror
the-
in the middle,
Hmm.
just above that.
Okay.
on the
I
mirror?
need. Well, I assume this is record. I mean, this is recording to a server, in which case it's not going to matter. But, I can cast Witch Bolt and/or Magic Missile at this.
That's
At this
destruction
camp.
of property.
Do not destroy police
Wait.
property. Don't
We
destroy it.
conveniently
No,
borrowed it.
I'm sorry.
Convenient,
That's
thank
the
you,
line that
convenient
we've
borrow.
decided to draw.
The cop car was just moved to a different location by the cop. It's fine. He can get it again. No problems.
I for one believed that this was a cop who was telling me to get into this car.
That is your deniable. What is the word?
Plausible deniability.
Plausible deniability.
They look just
Anyway.
like.
Now that I've been told not to cast Magic Missile, I'm just going to float out of the window.
So all of you leave the car.
Rush to the next subway station.
Are you
Yeah.
still looking like the cop?
At the moment, until I get into the subway station, and then I get a quick. I'm gonna drop it and change.
Okay, then I'll need another stealth check from you. Does anybody else wants to try a stealth check to try to get lost in the masses of the subway?
Yes,
Yes.
and I'm very small. I just want to remind you.
Yeah,
of
I
that.
want to like drop my hair ballet button down so it's like a completely different look. We're gonna drop the blazer as we're walking. Well, I guess not dropping the blazer. I'm carrying so much coffee. Never mind. We can pull the hair down though.
Okay.
Ariel is going to fidget with one of the facets of the gem on the choker around their throat, and the outfit changes into something completely
Okay,
different.
I'd say Ariel, through the outfit change, you get advantage.
I'm so small. Do I get advantage?
You what?
I'm so small.
That's another thing. It's easier to get lost, but it's also easier to find you again because there aren't a lot of very small creatures here.
I'm so small, though.
Allow me to put this
Minuscule,
in another way.
tiniest.
Is there anywhere on your character sheet the point that since you are so small, very small being, that you have advantage on stealth rolls?
The thing I'm concerned about on my character sheet is next to stealth where it says +0. So, you know.
You know? That's not my fucking problem.
I don't turn to you and I say, "I believe in you. You got this," and you get a D4 of guidance.
Oh, friendship.
You're my friend. You can't get caught. Come on, keep up.
Oh, that's a +4. That's way better than what I yeah. I got a 14. That's good. That's good. That's much better.
13 for me. 13 for me.
13.
Also +0 stealth. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Also in the
Conspicuous
+0 squad.
Oh
with
my
a
god, I'm so sorry,
4.
you guys. I brought you along this terrible thing that I'm very good at.
It's fine.
I actually
Everything's
technically have
fine.
disadvantage in stealth.
Oh,
Because?
I have metal armor, the armor class that I.
We have been led astray.
Yeah, so
Just 3 +0 stealths with a hope and a dream.
I
I will
appreciate.
discount this as your outfit is very, very like the
all of
like
my
the
jingle
stuff from
jingles.
La Llorona is
Mhm.
very black. It's not just like black and stylish, but it's like light absorbingly
Yeah.
black. So yeah, you are popping up on the camera. It's really good because it's like thick and it gives you a lot of but it's you're really, really recognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, disadvantage. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Yep.
It happens.
I
It
rolled a
does.
19 on my die, so I got a 23.
Yeah. Hun, you're gone.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You're just gone. What was
She
it?
led
Abby?
us bravely into the subway and then she vanished. Forever.
Irby, you had what?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Mousy got a 4.
Oh,
Because yeah, again, a fun little like disadvantage, because of armor, the blackness, the little rosary jingle jangles. We wear jewelry, it jingle jangles all around with us constantly all the time. So yes, me and my pre-ordered coffee mugs are very bothered.
I'm so sorry.
okay. So we have a 4. We
Not in
have a
character.
14,
Not in
we have
character.
a
She doesn't care. She's
21.
gone.
Andy, what was it with you?
Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm not used to the new name yet. I got a 14 thanks to the benevolence of my furbulk friend.
Okay. So allow me to tell you what happens, because this is hilarious and I love it. Celeste, you take 2 steps into the whole thing and you're just gone. Like you're holding 80 coffees and you are gone. I have no idea how that works. You have no idea how that works. But as long as we know that you're gone, you are gone.
Well, if I can adjust my disguise self, then I don't know. Maybe that's part of what happens. I don't think that's how that works, but yeah.
Andy, Ariel, you're both like, yeah, you like get in. Like you change, Ariel, you change your outfit. Andy, you're like sneak around, find, because you're like so small. And what that happens then is that Melcy is still handling all of her coffees and her order. It's like you're not used to being a criminal, so you're just
Not a
just
criminal.
working down like nothing bad happens, and usually like that's a very good way to not be caught. And you have your ticket with you and you scan it and everything's fine, and you walk around the corner and there's a police officer and you nod to him and he nods to you and you nod to him, and you walk and you start walking again, and behind you hear, wait, and that wait also gets to Ariel and Andy. And the police officer starts to walk towards you and is like looking at his phone, looking at you, looking at his phone, and starts to just run after you. Am I
You're
muted?
muted.
After all 3 of us at the same time, or are we going
Yeah.
in different directions?
Like he sees Macy and is like, I know this person. Oh wait, who else is here?
Gotcha. Okay.
I fly directly up.
Yeah.
And then zoom in the opposite direction from wherever this person is headed.
Wonderful. Let me just look something up real quick.
Great. This is going to go really well for me, I can tell. Thank goodness for bags of holding.
Mousie's gonna
I would
continue walking
love to have a
confidently.
charisma saving throw from you.
Charisma saving. That's great. No, that's not the worst it could be, I suppose. Let's see. Charisma saving throw. Okay, it's not a 0. That is a natural 20 plus 3.
Yay!
Congratulations! His banishment spell doesn't take hold.
That's just rude.
That is rude.
So yeah, you feel like invisible walls around you just get up and try to trap you in, but as you repeatedly said this night, you are very, very small. You
So small.
dash out of it. And I would love. I mean, usually I would use hiding roots and initiative for this. The thing is, we have like half an hour left. So what we're gonna do is, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna ask you.
While attention, I assume, so the cop is coming after kind of all of us at the same time, but I presume we're not necessarily right up next against each other, and a little bit of attention gets briefly diverted to Andy to do the banishment. And while that happens, Ariel, who is getting progressively just more and more, the headache is growing, the migraine is growing, finally just kind of goes, okay, let's try the other tactic, and is going to stop running entirely, and is going to find the nearest public location and start essentially busking on the subway. Not trying to hide, will probably get immediately boxed in by people, but is going to start performing.
Okay, yeah, give me a performance roll.
And this may be, and is also going to, if this helps at all, use Mantle of Inspiration for a bonus action. And the outfit change that already kind of happened, I think it was changed into just like kind of street clothes to be subtle. Expends 1 use of Bardic Inspiration to grant yourself a wondrous appearance. And so we'll have immediately transformed into like suddenly gone from trying to be subtle to very visible, glittery, like bodysuit cape type style. When that happens, as he starts performing, by the way, the rest of you, assuming I can still see you, get to use your reaction to move your speed again. You get an extra movement action and also some temp HP. But yeah, that is a 19 performance.
Oh, a 19 performance is pretty good. Like, you see people around you getting out their smartphones and starting filming you.
So I'm going to keep performing and see how long. If I can perform for a minute or more, then I'm going to start seeing if I can charm some people, potentially even this cop, to distract him. But I am trying to be as distracting as possible, essentially, because that I can do.
Okay, yeah.
I can't be stealthy for anything, but
Same.
Let's do a coin flip on this. The cop sees you, stops for a second, sees you just standing there and singing, and sees the other one escaping, and starts to run after the rest of them. So you can actually have a chance to get your 1 minute in.
Yeah, if I am able to perform for at least 1 minute, then he and a couple other people in the vicinity can all make a wisdom saving throw, or essentially be charmed by me.
Mm-hmm.
So I will try to, I think it's like, it's not any original music. It's the most like whatever pop song you heard on the radio a week ago.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
It's literally it's all covers, but it is good quality covers. But it's some very generic cover of a song. Do you carry any instruments with you? I do. I normally have a like little mini guitar, essentially. So a ukulele? Yeah. I think he's very adamant about it's not a ukulele, it's a mini guitar. It's a ukulele. It's very much a ukulele. Like there are a different number of strings, and you play chords very different. No, it's a mini guitar. It's a mini guitar. It's much more. Ukuleles are not the thing. It's a mini guitar. That's much more refined. That's much more professional. Thank you very much. Ignore the number of strings. Don't count those.
Not 2012 anymore.
Okay, exactly. So wonderful. We still have a fleeing priest and a star mage on the run.
Yes, very confidently. While we're I can't hear anything over the sound of all the other subway people and the great performance happening back there. Yeah, just keep walking.
You keep walking.
Yeah. If I run, that's gonna be more attention grabbing. We're just
keep swimming.
Yeah,
swimming,
just keep swimming.
swimming.
Hope to get lost again.
Okay, so I would like to ask the GM a question, and you can say no because this is my fault, and you can just say no. I technically get one level 1 spell. I didn't pick it yet. Could I pick it and have it be Fog Cloud?
Totally.
Okay. Then I think it's got 120-foot range on it. So from where Celeste is, basically about ready to step onto the subway, turns around, sees that these three are not getting away, and is going to reach out and cast Fog Cloud to obscure the area to give them the chance to properly flee.
I would offer the rest of you another stealth check with advantage because of that.
Let roll.
Okay.
And Emma, Ariel can just stay there and keep singing. I mean, free haze.
I mean,
I love the extra lighting.
The ambiance.
Yeah, it's adding to the.
You got some
vibe.
dancing lights you can put up and get like a little.
I don't, but I wish I did. That would be so good.
I do have light. And I also have. I always take dancing lights, so I was like, I'm gonna be different, but I didn't do it.
I mean, I believe you have to decide right now if you want to like be criminals on the run or if you want to go the pop star route.
I'm going the pop star route, but you're welcome. You're all welcome to leave if you so choose. I've made my choice.
What is? I'm sorry, I'm not clear what the pop star route is.
I don't know. Somebody who just stole a police car, just stopped running from the police, stood in front of a whole bunch of people and started singing. What else would you call that?
The stealth wasn't working out for me personally. I figured I'd better switch tactics while
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I have, you know what? I have high enough charisma that I could maybe talk my way out of this. But I mean, I rolled a natural 20 earlier, and that didn't solve my problems. So I need.
It solved your problems that you weren't banished.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that would have actually solved my problem because I would have been on another plane and therefore rid of this nonsense. But you know,
on your original plane right now, so you would have just would have just put you into a little demi plane somewhere in nowhere until they could have got you out.
a break time.
Out.
I mean, am I being actively chased?
Yes.
Am I able to charm? Am I able to, if I'm able to play for this caught for at least a minute, am I able to?
A minute are 10 rounds of combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we are in initiative.
I've made a decision.
No, but like as a general feeling of how much time is passing, a minute is a lot of time. Like a minute is a third of a pop song, like a verse and the chorus.
Oh, did you want to speak to me? I'm gonna stop flying. I'm talking to the person who's chasing me.
The policeman comes up. Yeah, actually, we are actively looking for you.
Oh, well, here I am.
Wonderful. I'm sorry. We're gonna take you into custody. No. In my contract, my personal affairs are not part of my job. I cannot.
Certainly is very convenient.
You cannot use this as a favor against me. Just as soon as I'm done with my job.
I don't understand. A very nice police officer.
I'm on the job right now.
Dressed like yeah, but a very nice. And I will describe the person that my friend was being at the time asked me or told me to get into the car, and they'd give me a ride to where I needed to be.
It seems like this wasn't a real police officer.
How was I supposed to know that?
We have footage of all of you very hurriedly get into the car.
Of course I hurriedly got into the car. I needed to be at work. In case I'm not lying, right? I am saying only true things, but I am making the case that I was told to get into the car, which is accurate, and I was told I would be taken back to the place I needed to be. Those are things that are true.
We need to get you to the station for some questions.
What questions do you have? This is going to coagulate. I just really need to deliver it.
Listen, if you are not if not part of this, then you are a sus. What we can, I would at least need to take your personal information so we can contact you, because right now what we have at our hands is a case of a stolen police car and somebody imitating an officer, and we are actively looking for that person. If you were told by a police officer to get into the car, it wasn't a police officer. With a very high chance you couldn't have known, but still we have open questions and we need your answers as soon as possible.
You could just send me an email and I will get right back to you.
We need your personal information. I would need to see your ID.
I mean, okay. I need to clarify something in the world of this. Is this like true name nonsense, or is this just like Andy, right? Like my
your true name is like the name in a very dramatic way.
Okay.
The name of your soul. Your normal name is on your ID.
Yeah, I will just show them my ID and say I'm very confused about this, which is accurate, by the way, and not a lie.
We will do our best to clear this up. I see that this is a really inconvenience in your day. And so I need you to... Are you trying to persuade him, or are you trying to deceive him?
I mean, I think it's deception, but I'm not lying. It also doesn't matter because I think my...
I mean, nobody here is lying.
Yeah.
You're trying to trick him. So
I think it's deception, probably.
Then I would love to have a deception check.
Okay. That was cocked, so I'm rolling again. Okay, that was not a natural 20, but a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah. Okay, dirty 20 is good. Okay. And he rolled a 2. So that he apologized is actually not far off. He needs actually the magical minute to get all of your information. Ask you if you know anything more about the people you went into the car with.
I just met them today.
Do you know their names?
I don't think that I was directly introduced to any of them.
That's my not what I was asking.
I, me, myself, don't remember anybody's names. So I'm going to say no, and that I don't know any of their names because I don't remember their names.
Okay, we're gonna get back to you. And yeah, he asked for an email or something. Phone number.
We talked about the Sealy at one point. Maybe one of them works for Seely. We talked about Seely.
Well, that is. I'm gonna make a note on that.
They're my former
Really
employer.
appreciate any
Note,
tips
they're my
you could
former
have for
employer,
us.
so I harbor some bitterness. And then I will, as soon as I'm excused, happily fly off to deliver my drinks.
I believe that would have been enough time for Irvi, for your character to get on the subway.
That.
And that would have been more than enough time to spend a minute singing. You are surrounded by so many people.
Me?
Yeah, like Ariel is surrounded by so many
Yeah.
people.
Absolutely. They're happy about this, despite the fact that they're now currently trying to figure out how to deal with the law. This is actually the first time that he's gotten to perform in a while because he's not able to at his job and is not feeling the worst he's ever felt.
And people are asking about your socials between songs.
Oh, good. I will give those to them. I don't mind. If he was able to hear me during this minute, this will be true for some group of 5 people, but I would love him to be in it. If he was able to hear me, would he be able to perhaps make a wisdom saving throw so that he can become one of my fans?
Yeah, sure. First of all, you gain 37 new followers.
Oh, excellent.
And what's your spell DC?
It is 15.
He rolls a 3.
So he is, for the next hour, along with a couple other people in the crowd, idolizes me, speaks glowingly of me to anyone who speaks of me, and will non-violently hinder anyone who opposes me.
Yeah, like he's trying to find the other missing person in this crazy black clothing, doesn't find that person, looks at you and goes, and just stands there and almost starts crying. And after you like you're, I don't know, you're singing Hey There Delilah, and he's like, that's the song my boyfriend sang to me when we met each other the first time.
Oh, that's just the most beautiful story. Oh, music can really just bring back memories, transform the heart. It's wonderful, right?
I don't want to interrupt you, but I will have some questions for you afterwards. I mean, your colleague already told me that this was just a huge misunderstanding, but like,
Yes, absolutely. Take your time. Just wait here. I've got a couple more songs to go through in the set. I'm not going anywhere.
do you know Hotel California?
Yes, and we'll just start. We'll take, I think, a couple requests from this cop, and then whenever this eventually concludes, definitely is answering all the same questions in the same vein as Andy.
Okay. But that would also mean that you would spend quite a bit of time there.
Honestly, yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the coffee's coagulating for this. It's not going to be great for the job, but it will be great for my social media.
So where's Celeste going as soon as she's lost in the crowd?
Well, Celeste had gotten ahead of everybody and is on the subway. Like, they didn't keep up. They stopped, saw Andy talking to one of the cops, and just like steps onto the subway as the doors close. Like, I tried. And I'm gonna go back to Coyote Communications with everybody's drinks.
So you get back kinda in time? I mean, they're not hot anymore, but like they're warm.
They're still warm.
Same goes for Melseal, same goes for Andy. Ariel, how long are you staying there?
I think doesn't want to push the luck because this effect doesn't last forever. It lasts for a while, but doesn't last forever. So I think probably gets back, I want to say either like 20 or 30 minutes later than the optimal time would be.
So your coffees will be cold. Yeah. That's not looking good. I mean, it's okay, but like in the meantime, they already sent off the other intern to get the coffees, and like you can understand that they not gonna like that they can't take this off the credit card of the company because. And remind me, how many coffees did you get from Starbucks?
28.
So 28, and a coffee is about
My brain
$7.
is doing math so fast.
Around $7.
Yeah.
Yeah, owe the company $200.
Yep. Ariel gets that passed along in whatever like uber cheerful way it's passed along to him, and responds with the same like very non-bothered, a little bit terrifying smile that everybody at Pixie Dust Social has all the time and never ever breaks for any reason, because
I mean,
nothing's
nobody's
going
mad
their
at
way.
you.
Yeah, nobody's mad.
No, totally. We all have those days. And like there was a car crash, and it's like, just try better next time.
Of course, I totally will. And then once he's like back at the monitor with the picture of with the poster of the cat and the little "you're part of the family" banner.
Oh no, it's not just you're part of a family. It's that one is taken away, and the new one is just do better next time.
Yikes. Yeah. The smile, when no one is around to see it, decreases by several wattages upon seeing that, but then goes back up. And he's going to sit down and note the multiple $100s that will be out of his bank account, and then start checking social media trending tags to see if he's on there.
Give me another luck check.
Not super good. That's a 5.
You see a few clips, they didn't take really off, but you still have your new followers.
I will take that.
So, everybody gets back. When Celeste gets back to Coyote Communication, you see on the big like TV hanging in a foyer is like the media is starting to pick up. It's like somebody stole a police car, some people got in. You see all of you on the security camera footage of the Starbucks getting into the car, but you just see yourself as the police officer, and you look at it and you did some good work, right?
Yeah. I think that like it's like around the water cooler or whatever. No, it's like in the break room, right? Where I've like delivered all the coffees and people are coming in. And so there's like this sort of social mixer moment. And I am going to make sure that people get the correct drinks, because I want to take a little time to dally here and ask a couple individuals, what are your thoughts on this? Like, how are people feeling about this? This looks kind of interesting. What are everybody thinking about this whole like thing that's going on? And I just want to get some feedback of like, did I do a good job? Should I brag about this, or do I need to keep it low?
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion. Okay, so that's 16 plus 6. 22.
Some are a lot of people are like, yeah, let's be honest, that's we like, oh no, it's like such a bad thing to steal a police car. Nobody would ever do this. Like, openly, we cannot talk about this because this is a felony and people could go to jail. But also, what a fucking legend. And
I think that to like maybe my line manager, I just kind of point out, I'm like, you know, that cop that, what did I say they were? Hobgoblin cop. Yeah, I decided they were hobgoblin. Is running away with a similar amount of coffees as here. I'm sure that's not nothing. And I hand them their like drink with the Sour Patch Kids in it. And I'm gone. That was the last drink. I'm out of there.
You get back to your seat, and actually the files you were supposed to sort are already sorted.
Oh, nice. Why?
And I would say, what else? Andy, when you're coming back, anything you want to do? You're muted.
I sure am. I clicked it, but it didn't click. Outrage. I deliver the drinks at their preferred temperature. And if there are ones that need to be cooled a little bit because they need to be iced, I will let them know that they are in the break room fridge. And I will return to my work. I will kind of on my phone tune into the coverage and prepare my, well, I just don't know look, that wide-eyed and so small. Let me emphasize, so small. And in case anybody asks me about it, because they've seen me on the news, and if anybody asks, I will explain that this person who looked like a police officer invited me to get into the car, and I figured they were doing us a favor to get us here. Which is all true.
Which is all technically true, which is the best kind of true.
Best kind of true. So Andy returns to work. I have to imagine that there is a large pile of paperwork that is fairly soul-sucking to go through, because my vision of health insurance companies, whether they are run by vampires or not, is that it's just endless paperwork. It's like kind of like, if anybody's seen what we do in the shadows, it's the Colin Robinson approach to corporate life. So the energy vampires are feasting upon Andy, but she will prevail.
You go back to your work. Melcy, you go back. By the time you're back, the dog is actually back to his natural color.
Thank God. That's a relief. I will go back, deliver out coffees as needed. Try to snap a couple photos of our actual good-looking dog instead of this rainbow monstrosity that it was earlier. Yeah. Go check in with my boss and ask if he had heard about the wild accident that happened outside of the Starbucks that I just happened to be at.
Yeah, and that you've been on the news?
A cop told me to get in the car, so I got in the car. He said he was here to protect and serve.
I see.
I got you
well,
coffee.
I believe we can work with that. if we bump you up like a station or two, so it's like it looks that all of you, like you were an important part of our firm, and because of that, I believe the other firms will do the same if they're smart, and most of them are. So I believe we might start paying you.
Elsie's just thinking about how she's going to be able to get out of an apartment that she shares with like 7 other people. She's going to get to set an alarm clock one day.
So we'd start with minimum
Yes.
wage and get you up. But like, what are you doing right now?
Mostly getting coffee. I did help with the Rosalie Rainbow Dog situation today.
Yeah. So how about, do you like dogs?
I'm probably more of a cat person.
Do you like animals?
Yeah.
So we're gonna put you on, we're gonna give you a title, animal cases support. That sounds important, right?
Absolutely.
Wonderful. You're already putting that into your CV?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We like Indeed is just like one of the quick widgets on the phone, so always applying.
New title on LinkedIn.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we will do that. Yes. Yes. And he turns away and walks.
And then immediately just going to pull out my phone because I want to text my new acquaintances to inform them of this new development, and then realize I didn't get any information from literally any of them. So I am.
You know their firms.
Yep.
And you know some of the names. LinkedIn is a thing.
Yep.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to probably, because I've got names and firms, I think all 3 of you. And since I apparently don't have to do any more filing today, I'm going to track you 3 down.
Let's just say
and I'm
you
going to send
all
you
have
like, I'm going to send you a little cop car emoji as the like, hello.
Oh, if we get pulled into court, our digital footprints are going to be incriminating. I love it.
So I would say as the last thing for today, you all get each other's numbers. Is this gonna be a group chat or?
There's definitely a group chat, but then there's also individual split chats.
Of course.
100%.
Yeah, you gotta.
May I ask you, what's the title of your group chat?
Don't let me name it.
It's called
because it's gonna be protect and serve if I name it. Don't let me do it.
No, it's gonna be service lift with like an arrow up.
A little arrow up emoji in there.
Oh, perfect.
That works.
So
On multiple levels.
Yeah. Let's go.
It's
So,
not great, but it's what I thought of. So you know,
Group
And
chat
you know
names
what?
can be updated as we go.
Yeah, maybe we keep changing it every so often. That'd be a cool thing.
Yeah, that's probably what you got.
Actually, I think it's probably just the up emoji, right? Like that makes more sense, just the arrow.
No.
Just the up emoji.
Meow.
Okay. I believe that would be all for tonight, because I don't want all of you to miss the rest of your days. Let's make a wonderful round, and Everybody say who they are, where we can find you, and what exciting things are happening in your life. Who started? Yeah.
I think I might
My
have gone
brain is
first.
fried and my language isn't working anymore.
I'll start because I have to take care of the kitty. So hi, I'm Evie Story. You can find me at Evie Story on most socials, except for Instagram is Evie Story Kitties, because the kitties get their pictures there. I'm not great at social, so you can follow me. And there'll occasionally be stuff, but I'm also going to grab the cat now. Next.
Hi, I'm Jilly. You can find me at Oh Look It's Jilly. It's Jilly with the G, and I understand that's confusing. Game of Thrones and SNL did me no favors with that. So on Tuesdays you will find me here at 11 a.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. BST, I believe, is what the channel time is. On Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific, you will find me starting this week playing Masks on Exquisite Corpse Presents. We are starting our new campaign this week, and I just went through the 50-page of lore notes that our awesome game master has created, and it's a completely homebrew world, and I am so excited. Live your superhero dreams. Also, there's a cat, and we must all verbally acknowledge the cat. Hello. And that is what I am doing right now. I am a performer and a freelance editor of words and a drinker of much tea. So if you would like to hear me talk about any or all of those things. Oh, I'm also doing a reading of Macbeth tomorrow. I'm playing Banquo. It's going to be on YouTube for free. It's going to be through Plague Mask Players. That will be live streamed at like 5:30 Pacific, which is 8:30 Eastern. So that's fun and exciting too.
Okay, howdy, hey. I think I was next, and when we did an introduction, so I'll go. I'm Irby. You can find me pretty much anywhere as Caesar Slod, or again, just type in Irby Fits, because that's so much easier. I guess if we're listing things you can do, you can find me obviously here doing this fun little Fae Inc. thing. Also on Pantsless Tables later this month, and then I'll be on Nerds with Dice in October. So.
Hello, I am Emma. I do a lot of acting and voice acting and TTRPG performing. In stark contrast to my character, you can find me on no social media. You can see me here on Tuesdays, and then generally around, though I don't have any specifically scheduled plans in the moments, on channels like Nerds with Dice and Girls Run These Worlds.
I believe that's everybody, so I'm gonna do the end. I am the bard with many names, also known as Laura Verena Stein. I'm a German actor, voice actor, and screenwriter, and also an active player and performer, and you can find me here. I'm also a part of House of Dreams, which will, I believe, kick off in October, November, something around that part. I will be DMing one of the Halloween one-shots for Roll for Good this year. And I believe sometime in the new year, I'm also going to be here for the next season of The Magical Kids, and for what else? Oh yeah, in October I'm on Queer XP. I don't know. I'm doing so much stuff. I have no. My life is tabletop RPGs and way too much caffeine. Yeah, and you can find me on Filmmakers, because I am also terrible at social media. I should really get some social media going. Yeah, I hope everybody had a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I believe that is it. I am not sure. Somebody's missing, I believe. Hedge.
Good.
Let's try the Bloody Mary.
Summoning.
Yeah, Beetlejuice moment here.
Summoning the producer.